Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is LFS Coach, and in this video we'll be doing a review of our last week analysis. Right, if you remember very well, last week was my first live video on YouTube, and we did our analysis on a live session where I explained what I'm expecting going into the week. And so this is just the part where we see the trade performance and what we can do better another day. So I won't be doing any outlook this time. We are just going to review our last week trade. So first on the list, so last week we did an outlook on GBP USD sell setup, ANZD card a buy setup, AUD card a buy setup, and Euro AUD a sell setup. So we actually analyzed AUDPS, right? All right, so back to what we have. So first on the list is Euro AUD, and if you remember very well, so I made mention that Euro AUD has been on this smooth uptrend where we see the market giving us higher highs and higher lows, right? But at this particular point, the market became overbought at the daily time frame, right? So I was saying we're expecting this market to sell back down to maybe 1.6 thousand, right? But I mentioned clearly on the live video that this level is a very key level because until this market breaks through from this level, do a retest, you don't conclude that this market is in a downtrend because many people just go ahead with trend breakout, leaving the fact that the market is giving us a structure of higher high and higher low. So looking at what we have here, remember I took this to a line chart. So we have, this is the last lower high that we have, right? So until this level is broken, you don't conclude that this market is in a downtrend, right? So what you will see the market do for us is market got back to this level and then push back up, which is telling us that the buy is still very much intact following market structure. Okay, so we pick a sell at this level. So I highlighted two levels from the 1 hour time frame that if the market will go back to that level, we'll pick our sell. So the market does come back to this level, trigger our entry, then we had our TP. So giving us about 163 pips, right, in profit, 163 pips in profit on this particular trade. Okay, so that is the first one. Okay, for the second trade is AUD card. So let me take this back to 4 hours for a better view. So the same thing applies. This is AUD USD AUD card. So more like inverse when it comes to AUD at the currency we are trading. So the market has been in a very smooth downtrend. We see the market giving us lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So I also mentioned that until this last low, right, lower high that we have here is broken then retested, we don't have a change of trend, right? And the other thing we can see is this market will break out from here, do a retest and continue to go down. So we see the market do this breakout and then coming back to retest to trigger our entry, and then the market is going up. So it comes back to trigger our entry again, and I still put in for a short buy again. So we can see, so overall this trade is in about 73 pips profit. All right, okay, so let's go to the third one. So the third one is NUD card. I'm waiting for the analysis on this to load. So NZD card. So on NZD card, I also predicted the market is going to buy up to this point. And if you remember clearly, I also mentioned that candlestick pattern works more effectively on higher time frame. So the higher the time frame, the better your candlestick formation will work out. So the only thing we did on the live call was to identify these three candles to be a bullish reversal candle. So I mentioned that this shooting star is probably going to reverse this market up, following the fact that we will have a full day that is so that is so bullish, that covers the previous bearish candle that we have. So looking more like an engulfing candle, and covering all these massive bearish movements. So this is telling me that the bulls are coming back into the market, and then we follow through, and the market actually gave us about 165 pips profit on this particular trade as well. So we what gave us the idea about this trade is this candlestick formation I mentioned in that live video too. Alright, so the last trade we analyze is the GBP AUD. Alright, but we do not have any entry. So, like I've mentioned earlier, so the market has been on a very strong downtrend. So I mentioned this is the last low that we have. If the market can break through from this zone, come back to do a retest, then we'll start selling. So what we see the market do for us is to come back to this zone and then buy more, right? So we don't have any entry. So if you want to verify, you can come to my page on TradingView. My name is Lisha, and you can see all of this analysis and how it played out. So this was when we did our analysis, and I can play to see what actually happened afterwards. So you can see the market did not trigger our entry based on the rule we already established, that we want to see the market break out from this zone, come back to do a retest before we go down for a sell. Right, so that's the first trade. And for our second trade, NZD card, I said we picked this trade based on the candlestick formation we see on the daily time frame, right? And I was saying I'm expecting this market to buy up to this point, and this is what we see the market do for us in the course of the week. So we see the market moves up, up, up till it triggers our TP, right? So that's for NZD card, right? So we also analyzed AUD card, and let's see what AUD card has for us. So like I mentioned, a very strong downtrend. We identified this to be the lower high that we have. So we're expecting the market to break out from this lower high, do a retest, then we go out for our buy. Okay. So we see the market breaks to come back for a retest, and our buy is active. So we still have a running trade on this. And lastly, our Eagle AUD trade. So if you remember as well, I explained that I'm expecting the market to come back here to give us our entry, or come here to give us our entry, then we sell down. So let me just play to see what the market do for us. So we see the market come to trigger our entry point, then coming down to smash our TP before bouncing back from this same level. All right. So what I had said earlier was, if this market will break through from this zone, come back to do a retest, then we'll go in for a sell. So we have two of our trades match TP out of the four we analyzed. We have one currently running in profit. AUD currently running in profit. We don't have any entry on Euro AUD, and then we have GBP AUD and NZD card trigger our TP. Alright guys, so that is all regarding the review of our last week trade, right? So I won't be doing any outlook today. So probably tomorrow I can start another live session where we'll do a review of the week. Alright guys, do have a profitable week ahead. I wish you all the best. Cheers guys.